Welcome to Water and Shade. This week we're looking at episode 1 of The Wheel of Time. We're going to rate it with G or toe. And if you're not a fan of the books and you don't know what that means, we're going to explain it in a minute.
If you like this trash, go subscribe and like this video and go check out our Patreon, our Discord, our Instagram, all those wonderful things. We'll just slap those links down below so you can check it out.
And this is our weekly review of The Wheel of Time episodes on Amazon Prime Video. So we're going to be using our ranking system, which is G, which means great honor, and toe, which means great dishonor. Because we're a little bit behind talking about these episodes, we're going to go very quickly through episode 1, and Sam is going to tell you the one top favorite thing from episode 1 that she gives great G.
The episode started not the way I thought it would, which is okay. It went about the way I thought it would, which is also okay. And it ended the way it should have started, with the wheel of time turns and ages come and pass, leading memories that fade to legend. Legend fades to myth, and even myth is long forgotten when the age that gave it birth comes again. And that was my favorite part, because that was the part that made me weep for Manetheren. It was so good. I loved our beautiful Rosamund Pike telling us this single phrase and this single paragraph that sums up everything. And this was the point when I just started absolutely ugly crying. And that is the moment for great G. So, when there is great G, sometimes there is also toe. What part of episode 1 do you think had great toe?
The thing is with episode 1, there's clearly some pacing issues.
Yeah.
Which I think created some uncomfortable dialogue. It's very hard to pick exactly one thing or one moment that I didn't like. So I'm gonna go with just some of the dialogue being really cheesy. And that was my worst thing. Especially as much as I loved the hot tub scene with Daniel Henney's
Why
ass.
didn't I say that one?
Because I don't know. That was gonna be mine.
Okay.
But I hated the whole it could be warmer. It could be
That
warmer.
was painful.
It was just like, oh, could it? And the strawberry thing with Brandon and Grain. It was just like, no.
It was shoehorning romance where it had no business.
No, that was, and I'm sorry, but the dialogue for episode 1 has great toe.
Yes, I agree. And to give them credit, they had a lot of information to pack into a very short amount of time. You had to be fully immersed in this world right away. And I think they did their best, and they did what they could, and it was a little forced. But that's okay, because it got people into it, and it got them in enough that they'll watch episode 2. So that's what's important. You need to continue. You can't just check out in the first episode.
Okay, Sam, who would you say was the best character in episode 1?
Land's butt. And Narg. I'll give Narg I gotta give him credit because, Narg's smart and he didn't really get to showcase his intelligence. And I want to know where his top hat and monocle were, because Narg's smart. He's smartly dressed. Where is his top hat and monocle?
Yeah.
But yeah, Land's butt wins. Okay. It has earned great G. Okay, so let's flip this on its head. Who was your least favorite character in episode 1?
I love how I'm getting all the negative questions.
We'll switch next week.
don't hate me, but it has to be Bran Alvear.
He barely showed up.
But the moment that he was just wrong. It's like Bran Alvear should be a little bit more rounder. We don't trust
paunchy.
skinny innkeepers.
Yeah, you don't
this
trust
is a
skinny
thing.
innkeepers. First rule of Wheel of Time, kids. Don't trust skinny innkeepers.
And the dialogue of his was just, he didn't feel like he could act it very well.
Yeah.
As small amount as it was. And that was a disappointment.
That was just
So, sorry, Bran, much toe.
Yeah. Matt was great. Let's just add
Matt's
him
the
as an
best.
honorable mention. He was great. He was really
Sorry,
good.
but he would have been my favorite
Yeah.
for the
I think, you know, if Lan's butt hadn't made an appearance and if it wasn't a sentient being on its own, then I would pick Matt. He was just great. And Egwene was great and Nynaeve was great. I was just really excited to see it. I was really excited for that whole episode because, you know, we've been waiting for so long.
It's a tough one to rate because it has issues.
Yeah.
There are things wrong with it. Some of the changes in there being maybe very unnecessary.
Yeah.
Some of the changes being great and working really well, but maybe the dialogue just being there was just things that were just off. But at the same time, dude, I'm a Wheel of Time fan. And
I'll
this
watch
is like
anything.
this is like literally the Wheel of Time
On television.
visually.
I can
And-
see it.
How much can I complain? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, can I give this episode toe? Can I say that this
I think-
episode has great I don't think it does.
I think giving this episode toe would be like giving a child toe. Like, you have to take into account that it's a baby. It's a brand new episode, and it's in its infancy, and everybody's figuring out their chemistry, and you're figuring out what you like about it, and it's not in its maturity yet, so you can't really give it G or toe. I give it G for trying.
G for effort.
G for effort.
G for effort. Toe for execution.
Q for
but-
Gus. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I feel that's where we are with episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
okay. It was okay. I'm glad they released 3 episodes in one day because I feel like if that was just what we got, it could have been a bit messy.
Yeah, that was smart. Get them hooked. Get them in
Not
episode
smart.
3, and then say, okay, now we'll string you out a little bit now that you're hooked. But you can't just like yank your hook in when you're fishing. You can't just yank your hook back. You gotta kind of let it sit, let them grab hold, and I think that's what they did. So good job, Amazon. Good job.
Okay. Join us for our next episode where we review episode 2 of The Wheel of Time, G or Toe. Thanks very much
Until next
for
time.
watching.
Until next time, may you always find water and share.